So now we're going to go back to the front end and we're going to go to the source folder, then the functions, and in the post we're going to create right here the React function. Okay, so let me copy that. Let me take all of this. Okay, not the imports, only the function. We're going to create a new one. Let's call it React post. Okay, which is the same name of the route. And right here we're going to get the post ID. Okay, and also the React. And then I'm going to take these two and send them in the body. Okay, and the token is going to be sent in the header. Okay, so this is everything for the React post. Then we're going to go to the post itself. So I'm going to close the functions, go to the components, then to the post, then the index. Okay, so now right here we are in the post. If you go, and search for the React pop-up, which is the component, let me just show you, which is this component that has this React. Okay, that's the React pop-up. Okay, so when we click on here, we want to add it to the database depending on what we click on. Okay, so let me just show you. This is the React in the database. There is nothing there, so this starts working on that. So I'm gonna go inside the React pop-up, and then I'm gonna go to the div right here, which has all the images. Okay, when we go through all the React array, which is, as you see, this one that has the name and also like the image. Okay, so I can go back to that div and add an on click. And I won't click simply. Let me create a function. Let's call it React handler. Okay, and we're gonna pass the name of the React. And the name of the React, you can simply get it from the React, okay, that we map through, which is from the array.name. Okay, that's the name of it. So I'm gonna go like that, .name. And now we need to create the function itself. So I can go right here, then const React handler is gonna be an async function. It's gonna get the type. Okay, and right here we're gonna do a thing. Okay, so if you want to do it just directly, you can just call the function React post. Let me see if I can get it. I can't, so let me do it manually. So right here, import React post from, and we're gonna go up 2 times, maybe 3. I actually don't know. Let me just see. Okay, so inside the functions, and we're gonna go to the post. Okay, so now the React post function. Okay, like that. And now we're gonna pass what we have in the React function. Okay, so if I go back inside that function, we're gonna pass the post ID as the first argument, and then the React, and then the token. So the post ID is gonna be the post ID that we have in the post. Okay, so maybe this should be, first of all, this should be inside this. Okay, so we can actually go back to the post. Okay, not this one, in the index of the post. Maybe we can send like the whole post if you want, or like only send the information is needed. Okay, like for example, for now, I think for now we only need like the maybe just send the ID, so post ID. Okay, for now, which is gonna be the post._id. Okay, and the post is gonna be, if you go up right here, we have the post that we get. Okay, from the post that we have. Okay, so that's simply it. So I can go take that, go back to the React pop-up and get the post ID, and then send it as the first argument. The second one is gonna be the type of React, which is the type that we get from the function. And then after the type, we need the token, and we can get the token simply from the state. So we can get the user, extract it from the use selector, and then we're gonna go and get the state. And I always mess this up, this state, and then we're gonna go and just print this state. Okay, let me see if I can get the use selector. So I need to do it manually. Okay, go to the top and then import use selector from React Redux. Okay, like that. Okay, so I have all the information needed. So the token is going to be simply the user.token. Okay, like that. So now we have everything ready. So maybe we can try that and see if anything is going to be created in the database. So I refresh, there is nothing. I can go back right here and let me try. So let me refresh. So just in case. Okay, so maybe we have a problem. So let me open the console and see. Duplicate parameter name not allowed in this context. Okay, so so let me go back to the controllers. We had a problem in the previous episode. Let me go to the controllers and then the React. Okay, so this should be request not response. Okay, so let me save and see. And also let me go back to the function and see if we have everything fine. Okay, right here to the React. Okay, this should be a post request also, like that. Okay, things seems fine. If we have anything, we can go back right here. Okay, so now we're refresh and everything is fine, so maybe now we can try. Okay, let me just check again. Okay, so everything is fine there, and I go and let me select like love. Okay, I click on it. Let me go back to the database and refresh, and as you see, we have a new component created, or a new React created, which is, as you see, the type of it love, the post ref, which is the ID post of the post, and React by the ID of the user logged in. Okay, so the problem is now we're not gonna say anything, but we can work on the scenarios that we've done in the backend. Now let me try and have the love React again and see if it's gonna remove it or not. So I can go again and then click on love again. Okay, and I click that, let me refresh, and as you see, it's been removed. Now let me create like haha, and then see if it's gonna get created. It does. Now let me change it to a new one, like for example sad. Okay, let me refresh, and as you see, the exact same one, it changes to sad. And that's all we've did in the backend, so everything is fine and worked perfectly the way we want. And we can like try it in the next one, maybe go right here, like for example, and then love. Okay, and refresh, and as you see, you're gonna see a new React. You can change it. Okay, whoa, and then refresh, and as you see, everything working perfect as we want. Now we're gonna go back to the backend and prepare a few things. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of stuff, but we're gonna start late as usual. So the first thing I want to get, the page loads or the post component loads, I want to get all the Reacts for that post, and also I want to do a little search. So I'm gonna go to all the Reacts that I've got, okay, which is gonna be this one from the database for the same post. For example, let's see, like for example, this post has 2 Reacts. Okay, let's pretend that those 2 are for the same post. I can go and search for myself there for the logged in user. If I find in the React by, if I find my ID, that means I did reacted on that. So all I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna get the type of React and just show it right here. Okay, if we have it, we're gonna show it right here. That means I've already had a React there. Okay, so that's one of the few things that we're gonna need to do. So let me close that, go back to the route, and then to the React, a new route. This is gonna be a GET request, and let's call this GET React. Okay, let me call the function the same name, and then also get it from here, and then we can actually go to the controllers and then create the function export .get React, maybe an async function, request response try catch. Okay, in the catch, let me take that. Okay, and you know what, maybe we can just simply get it from the parameters. So maybe right here we can just pass the ID, which is going to be the post ID. So that's the post ID there. So simply you can just go const React is going to equal await, and then React dot find. Okay, and we're going to find it by what? So every single React, as I told you, has this post ref. We can use this post ref to get all the Reacts for that post. Okay, so for the post ref, and the post ref is simply going to be from the request.params.id that we pass in the route right here. Okay, and this way we're going to get all the Reacts, and we can simply return response. You can just simply response, and right here we can send the Reacts. Okay, that's the first thing, and maybe we can console log them so you can see them. So let me, like for example, yeah, but we need to do it in the front end. Okay, so let me go back to the front end first and do that. So maybe go back to the post right here. Let me take this function. Let's call this get React. Okay, and this is all it needs is the post ID. So we're only gonna do React for that post ID. For the body, we don't need nothing. So it's just gonna be get React, and it's gonna be forward. Sorry, copy that right. And then it's going to be /, and right here just going to be the post ID. Okay, like that, and then we're going to return the data like this. Okay, and this is going to be a GET request, and then in the post, let me go back to the index for the post. Okay, we can go out to the top. This is the post. This is the post. I can add a use effect. Okay, and simply all it does, this is going to run when every time the post changes. Okay, and then right here we can just simply do the function. So let me create this outside. So const get post reacts. Okay, it's gonna be an async function. Okay, and right here it's gonna be, let's call this const. We actually, you know, can simply just, let's call this, I don't know, response, and we're gonna use await and then call the function which is get reacts from the functions. Okay, and we're gonna pass the post dot underscore ID, and also we need to pass the user token. Okay, so user dot token, because we already get the user from here. Okay, this way. Okay, and then maybe just call the function right here. Okay, like that. Let me create like a state. Let's call this reacts, and then set reacts. It's gonna be use state. It's going to be in the beginning empty, and so I can just console log the reacts that I'm going to get. Okay, this function maybe, yeah, we can leave it here, it's not a problem, but you can also put it inside the useFix, it's not a problem. Okay, let me see what's the problem here. No, you don't need to do that, just the post is fine. So this function, this is what it does. So right here when we get the response, we're going to set the react with a response. Okay, that's what we got. So let me console log and see. So we don't need to console log it. Yeah, we can do that, both of them. As you see now it's empty. Let me try again. Let me refresh right here and let me see. So again, nothing here. Okay, just wait, still nothing. So let me open the console right here and see. Okay, so we have an object and we have reacts and it's empty. That means we didn't get it. So get reacts, we're gonna use the request.params.id react.find. So I've looked into the problem. I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out. I couldn't find it, but it actually was in the database. I went and checked the information and there were none. You know, all the information been deleted, all the reacts been deleted. I don't know how that happened, but I don't know, but that means that everything was fine. So now if I refresh right here, we have nothing. Okay, so that's fine. That means all the arrays that we're gonna get right here are gonna be empty. Okay, and the reason they are all empty, because, and you see many reacts, because many arrays, because every single array is for a single post, and we have many posts that we've loaded right here. Okay, that's why, you know, it gets all the arrays. But for us, one that we want is important, which is this one. Okay, so let me react right now and let me refresh and see what's gonna happen right here. Okay, as you see, one of them is going to be, you know, failed, which is this one. As you see, the type of react that we had, and also the rest of the informations. And if we change that, like for example, if I went and change that to sad and then refresh and then see right here, okay, it's been added or changed exactly. And as you see, sad right here. And you can also like console log it right here. We've already done that. It's going to be in one of them. I actually don't know which one, but it's going to be, okay, just look for the one that is failed, which is this one. Okay, where is it? This one. And as you see, we have the react sad right here. Okay, that means it gets us. Okay, so inside the array, we have, inside the reacts array, we have another, you know, objects or another array that's called react. So maybe if we go back to the index right here, this is going to be set reacts response.reacts. Okay, because if you go back right here to the, what is it, to the controllers, we're gonna send more than just the reacts. Okay, the react is just one part. We're still gonna send the check to see if we have already like reacted to that post or not. So let's do that. So there are two ways to do it. I'm gonna show you both ways and you do whatever you want. Yeah, actually the better way is the first way, but you can do the other one so you can learn about, you know, finding something in the arrays. Okay, so you can just simply call this check, and this you can go to the actual database, so the React model, and then use find one. Okay, and find it by the post ref, which is the post ID, which is going to be from the request.params.id. okay, or you can find this by the actual also React by, which is going to be request.user.id. You need to send both to find this. Okay, and we can console log the check. That's all we do is we go to the post that we have right now, which is we have it in the params.id, Okay, if you remember in the routes, we get it from here. And then also we're going to use the user logged in, so we can check if he actually reacted to that post. So let me open the console, let me refresh right here and then see. Okay, so many of them going to be null because you didn't react nothing, but one of them is going to be and have this set, okay, which is we had for that post. Okay, so that's important. And now you can just simply return it, right? So you can only return the check, and it's going to be check.the react, so only when the react name, okay, you will need anything. And you can go back to the post itself, or is it the index? Let me add another state. This is going to be called check, and this is going to be set check. Okay, and also use the set check after this one, and this is going to be response.check. Okay, like that. And you can see it right here. Let me refresh, and you're gonna see most of them. Okay, so we have a problem right here. What? Let me just see. Cannot with property of null react. Okay, because this should be where is it? If we go back to the control, this is not 100% existing because this could be undefined. Okay, it's not always existing. So you can go back right here, and you can see most of them are going to be empty, but one of them is going to have what we want. Okay, where is it? We didn't console log it, so let me go back to the index right here. It's not console on the react, only the check. Let me see. Okay, most of them are going to be undefined, and when we have undefined, we're not going to show anything. But when we have like something like said, which is we had for that post, we're just gonna just show the said image and the rest. Okay, so you see things are looking very good. So let me just explain it to you how you can do that. So just to show you, so let me go minimize this a bit, go back to the post. Okay, let me close that. I'm going to show you the other way after doing this. Okay, so let me just go and search where, so we are after the images, where do we show it? Okay, actually don't remember where we had this. Okay, this one right here, we are showing like the like icon and the like button, which is this one. Okay, maybe we can do a check right here. Okay, so if the check existed, that means, you know, it's not undefined, that means it's something that existed. Okay, so you can simply have an image, and the source of it is gonna go and use curly braces and then backticks, so it's gonna go up 3 times, and then the React folder we had the images, and we just use the name that we have in the check dot gif or png, it was svg, sorry, and that's gonna give us the image. Else we're gonna simply, else we're just gonna show the icon. Okay, now right here is gonna show, so let me add the class name that's created before, I believe, which was small react. Okay, it wasn't, so let me just add a style for it right now and then work on that just to show you what's going on. So let me add like a width of 18 pixels, like that. Okay, so you can see it, and now you see this right here. Okay, and also for the you see when we have a check, if we don't have it, like for example for this one is not gonna be, for this one doesn't, and the rest it doesn't, but for the one that we reacted, we're gonna, so the video is getting a bit long, so I had to cut it. So now I'm gonna go and show you the other way, and then in the next episode we're gonna work on the styles and showing the right colors, the right name, and all the other stuff, don't worry. But now let me just go back to the controllers and show you the other way. Okay, this is straight from the database, but there is another way. We have the React right here, we can go and search in the React for this post. Okay, this React right here just for this post. Okay, so we can search there and get any React with my ID. So we're gonna search by the React by, and if the requested user ID equal to that, that's mean it's my React. Okay, so let's call this check one, and we're gonna use, go to the React and then use find. You can call the objects whatever, it doesn't matter, and just you get the property that you want, which is React by, and you see if it's equal to the request.user.id. Okay, but the React by is an object's ID, so we need to change it to a string. So use the toString function, and that's it. So right here you can just simply then get the React from it and use optional chaining if it does exist. Okay, and right here you can console log the check one and see. So that's all of it. So let me open the console. Okay, go up here. So let me repeat again. You just go to the React array and then you use find to search. you know, this is the element that you want to search by. You can call it whatever, it doesn't matter. Then you go through it and then search for the React by, and then convert it to string because it's an object ID, and see if it's equal to request.user.id, which is the user logged in. And then if it exists, get the React, okay, and then console log the check one, and we're gonna see. Okay, so let me just go and refresh right here, and let's see what we're gonna get right here. Okay, so as you see, all the other ones for the other posts undefined, but for this one we got the one which is set, which is we have for this one. Okay, like this. If you want to use this way, you can. You want to this way, you can. Okay, I prefer the second one, with the one that we've done before, which is this one, the check one is fine. But if you have a lot of data, you know, I don't know, I actually don't know who is faster, to be honest with you. I'm not, you know, exactly benchmark how they work. Okay, but I don't know, there are two ways for you. You can use whatever. I'm just gonna leave the check. Okay, maybe I can leave this for you also. I'm gonna leave it for you so you can use it. I'm gonna leave it right here, and then you choose whatever you want. Okay, so next episode we're gonna finish this and see what next.